Let me tell you a story about my new friend, the all new Yamatanuki from Yamamoto Baits. This is the recipe. That's the finished product.
If you've been fishing the Yamatanuki for any period of time, like I have been this summer, you're going to have bags of them like this. And you're also going to understand that these do not last very long. The plastic is very fragile. And I've come up with a few methods of, after fishing this thing all season, to extend the life of one Yamatanuki from going from maybe 1 to 2 fish per plastic to 3 to 4 to 5. So we're going to dive into that right now. Pay close attention. So what you're going to need first, and this is my favorite hack, you guys, is utilizing the Wacky tool. So what you're going to do is go down about the 3rd ring, okay? And then you're going to take your O-ring, make sure we're right about the 3rd ring, and pop that bad boy on there, just like that. So I went down a little far, but what that's going to do is ensure that this bait stays connected to the hook, even if that plastic, because that's like the #1 thing, you guys, is that plastic gets tore right at the top when you're rigging it with your extra wide gap hook, 4/0 to 5/0 hook. You're going to shove that in there, pop it through right under the ring like so. Fish that baby all the way up to the eye, your tie eye, okay? And now, as you can see, I mean, I'm already kind of starting to tear the plastic a little bit just by rigging this thing. And now don't get me wrong, the lure catches fish. You guys have been watching me use it, okay? And then you're just gonna skin hook that a little bit if you choose to make it totally weedless. And that is one thing about this rig, is that completely weedless. I mean, if you rig it just right and skin hook that, it's right there. And we've already come to the assumption that the fish assume that this is some type of fry, you know, whether it's bluegill fry, something like that. But what's going to happen is, as you can already see, it's starting to get slightly tore up at the top there. That's just from rigging it, guys. But that ring will ensure, it'll help protect that tip a little bit. It'll also help ensure that this slides up the line better. Really, I found this would be one of the best ways to rig the Yamatanuki, is take your Wacky Rig tool, slip an O-ring over the end, and fish it like that. So hack #2 is going to be simply just another method to fish this. What I have here is a EWG Ned head. So now this is similar to your EWG when it comes to rigging it Texas style and weightless, except we're rigging it on a Ned head. Now this will help with the life of your plastic, because the plastic is somewhat protected by that Ned head, rather than being, you know, the main source that's going through the cover and everything. What's going to happen here is, you're not going to fish this thing through grass. This is for hard bottom structure. This is more or less, this is for hard bottom structure. This is going to be for more or less smallmouth fishing or fishing drop-offs for largemouth. But what you're going to want to do is not fish this thing through grass, because #1, this heavy weight, I got a 3/8 ounce Ned head on there. My buddy Joe at Parabellum Fishing makes these. If you don't follow him on here, follow him, give him a subscribe. Also check him out on Instagram, and get with him, and he can make you up some of these special order when he gets the time to do it. But this is also going to protect that damage zone right there at the beginning. Just a different way to rig it. You're going to get a faster fall out of the Yamatanuki with this, but you're still going to get that classic tail kick that you're looking for on the fall. And honestly, this is one of my favorite ways to rig it. Rigging it weightless does produce a lot of bites for skipping it up under cover, stuff like that. skipping it up under docks, having that flow fall around submerged logs and grass and stuff like that. It's a great way to fish it. But if you're fishing it deep, if you're fishing rocks, if you're fishing gravel, if you're fishing sand, try the EWG Ned Rig hook. Now for hack number 3. Okay, so hack number 3. We've already tore the plastic up. You know, classic Yamatanuki. It's all tore up at the tip. What you're going to do, you take your scissors, you're going to cut that off there. Now, the important part is rounding that off to make the head a little more streamlined. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to take our scissors and just round that off a little bit. So it's almost like more of a pencil head, you know, a sharpened pencil head right here at the end. And you're just going to take that down to where you've got good plastic. As you can see, we've got the good plastic. Now, what we're going to do right here. This is a 1/8 ounce Berkeley flathead Ned Rig. You've taken some of the plastic off, which is fine. And what you're going to do is just jam that baby in there. Like so. So now you have good plastic that hook keeper can hang on to. And once again, you're Ned rigged. Another option you can do with this, if you don't want to Ned rig it, you can take your EWG hook, but you're going to want to downsize it to maybe like a 2/0 and re-rig it. But I would suggest using the Wacky Rig ring if you're going to do that, to re-rig it, just to help with the life of the plastic. These aren't cheap, guys. I think they're $8 for 8 of them. And is that how many we get here? 8. So they're $1 a piece. So they're not cheap. And the fourth and final hack is you're going to go back to your EWG hook, but see, they have it set up with a channel where I normally rig it. Okay. What you're going to do is you're just going to turn it and you're going to run it through the side portion of the Yamatanuki. And so in order to get that Wacky Rig ring on there, since we've cut it down to the thicker plastic portion, what you're going to have to do is just take your scissors and trim a little bit more of that off there to get that Wacky Rig tool over that plastic and allow that to fully seat on there. Same thing. Pop that baby on there like so. And what you can do to make it, to keep it looking completely ridiculous, is trim some of that back off there. So we're right there. And then you're going to take your, so our channels are already split out. They can no longer sustain the penetration of a hook. We're going to go to the side. And what we're going to do is, we're not going to run through that hook channel. We're actually going to run through the side of the bait. Now you're going through quite a bit thicker of plastic here than you are with the hook channel. And you're able to skin hook that bad boy pretty good. Like so. And it's a downsized version, okay? It's not quite a 2.5 inch, but you're still able, I mean, it still, to me, looks fantastic. Be sure to use that Wacky ring, guys. If you're rigging it weightless every time, start from the beginning, start rigging them that way, and you're going to actually, it's going to save the life of these things quite a bit, and you'll get more than $1 a piece out of them. You know, you're going to pay $1 a piece, but you're going to catch more than 1 or 2 fish per Yamatanuki. Granted, phenomenal bait, Yamamoto's plastic, we all know how it is because we've all used their Yamasinkos. These are the same composition, but you can save the life of them by putting a little Wacky Rig there. And hey, if you guys got any information from this, if you like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to leave me a comment if you have any hacks for the Yamatanuki. Also, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. It's free to subscribe. It shows your support to my channel so I can continue to do videos like these for you guys. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video and you got something out of it. I'm trying to make some videos, some informative videos for you guys. So if you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell because my next video is going to be releasing some tips and tricks about the Whopper Plopper, one of my favorite topwater baits. Any angler can use it, from advanced to intermediate to rookie. One of the best, most productive topwater baits there is on the market. But I'm going to share with you guys some tips to catch more fish with this and to hook up more fish with this. So thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.